Poetry Slam is a party game for 3 to 10 people and has players competing to write the longest word in the shortest amount of time and then come up with a short poem about their word. What? Don't worry, it'll all make sense soon. Shuffle the word prompt and letter decks, not together, and put them in the middle so all players can see them. Each round, you will reveal the prompt and then the letter. Depending on the player count, you'll play 5 to 8 rounds. Put out the same number of speed tiles as players pip side up in descending value. Players grab one as they finish words. The pips will be your speed score. See the letter? I'll explain that soon. Players take a score sheet, a pencil, a screen, 3 snap tiles, beatnik side up, and a player board. Write your word, speed tile score, points based on word length, and poetry points. The rules and point values are on the sheet and screen, so don't worry too much. See the letter board? The letter you got on your speed tile will be marked with a red lost letter chip. Now you can't use those letters in words in the following rounds. The faster you are, the more common the letter you have to give up. If you do use one of those letters, you'll get a slam token, which is minus 2 points at the end of the game. Once the prompts are revealed, everyone writes a word. After scoring the word, there's the real game. Make a 2-line poem about the word. I slither along the ground, and I make a hissing sound. If someone guessed your word before you finished, you get 2 points and they get 1. If they guessed after you finish, you get 3 points. They'll still get a point for being right. You don't get any points if nobody guessed your word. Players can only guess once per poem. If someone had a really great word or poem, give them one of these snap tiles. Each snap is worth 1 point at the end of the game. Why would you want to give your opponents points? Well, if you don't give out snaps, they're worth minus 1 to you at the end. Play until the final round. Add your score, and the one with the most points wins. Don't forget to subtract those penalties. Write words in poems, guess others' words, and get those snaps while avoiding slams. That's Poetry Slam. Poetry Slam shows 25 to 45 minutes on the box, but our games average an hour. Get a timer to help speed up phases and turns. You could play this on weeknights. The game doesn't take up a lot of space. A few card and token piles in the middle and off to the side, plus player areas. The number of people that can eat at your table can play Poetry Slam. If adults help with scoring, this game can be played by anyone who can read and write. Make a word where the second last letter is E. Go! This could help spelling, reading, and creativity. Teachers and families with school children could even change the rules to fit their needs. This could be good for classrooms. We played with 6, Mom, Dad, me, Grandma, Auntie Jo, and our friend Norm. Auntie Jo came up with great words, but only made 2 poems. Grandma can think of words, but her poems are terrible. And Mom? Poor Mom. You know what though? That's okay. This game is hilarious when people mess up. Besides, I'm 8, so my vocabulary is still growing. I need people like them playing so I don't finish in last. This game needs a lot of people. 4 players is the lowest I'd go. There aren't enough poems, meaning fewer chances to get points from guessing, fewer speed tiles, and fewer snaps. It also means fewer people giving you a slam for a mistake. More people means more fun. Speaking of snaps, I love that they hurt you if you don't give them out. It makes sense too. Support the others. Nobody wants to see Grump sitting there saying, I'm better than all of you. I do like the letter tier. Vowels should be worth more than Q and Z. Finishing a word quickly to grab a valuable speed tile means you'll lose common letters. This is a smart catch-up mechanism. I love the prompts. Even people with great vocabularies might be like, 2 cents in a row. There's puzzle. Is there a longer word? Meanwhile, someone who did use puzzle took that speed tile on you. The screen is small and doesn't hide your notepad very well. It also leans on an angle a bit, meaning you'll have to lift it up to read the tips. There is a rule that I'm not sure I like. Why are you punished if your word isn't guessed? Some people might refuse to guess to punish the later. If you had an awesome word/poem, but it wasn't guessed, why do you suffer? The snaps don't make up for the amount you'd lose. We house rule things a bit here. I wish there was a better way to track slams. In big groups, someone at the end of the table might get away with using lost letters because you can't see them. I also think it's too easy to knock over those lost letter chips. Maybe a dry erase tile could sit in front of everyone's screen. You're less likely to push your luck that way. Poetry Slam beats Most Wanted as my favorite game with large groups. Most Wanted works much better with smaller groups though. Depending on the players, this is absolutely hilarious. No matter the players, this is challenging and helps my vocabulary. I think others would enjoy those parts of the game. It's a party game. You'll know right away if it's not your thing. If you like word games, this is one you'll definitely want to check out.